to Alan for taking the time to join us, as well as Mark. I'm going to pass you to Steve Wraith, who's the event organiser. Fire away, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. Good morning and welcome to Greens. The significance of the press conference taking part at Greens is the Greens have kindly come on board, not just as press conference sponsor, but also as Alan Shearer sponsor for the game on the 9th of October, which is taking place at Kingston Park in Newcastle. Pleased, obviously, now to say that we have the confirmed list of players for Newcastle United, which is the first time that this will have been released. A great privilege for me as a supporter, obviously, to be taking part in organising such a big event. I'll run through the list of the players and then I'll introduce the top table, and then you can do some. We'll open up the floor for questions. The team at this moment in time and confirmed for the 9th of October is Pavel Cernacek, John Beresford, Steve Howie, Darren Peacock, Steve Watson, Brian Kilcline, Paul Bracewell, Lee Clark, Liam O'Brien, Rule Fox, Keith Gillespie, Rob Lee, Captain Alan Shearer, and his strike partner Les Ferdinand, and also Tino Asprilla, who confirmed at the Metro Centre in a dodgy looking restaurant that he was going to play and sign the contract that day. So great to have all those players confirmed. That's now our complete Newcastle United team. There are one or two we are in talks with, one or two we are still trying to find, so there may well be a couple of others surprises in the next 5 weeks building up the event, but that is our confirmed team. We've also got a very special person to kick off the game, and that leads me to introducing the top table. On my right hand side, Mark Allison, who a lot of you will be you'll know him. He's very well known in the North East. He's just completed a 3,100-mile run across America in support of the Children's Foundation and the St Benedict's Hospice. Run Geordie Run is his title on the internet. And Mark has agreed to kick off the game for us. I thought it was a nice honour, from our behalf to bestow on him to kick it off, because he's a huge Newcastle fan, and anybody who can do that amount of running is also worthy of having as a substitute. So Mark will be a substitute in that game. And the man on my left obviously needs no introduction. Former Newcastle United captain, England captain, legend of the game, and of course record goal scorer at Newcastle United, Mr. Alan Shearer. So please, before we start, just put your hands together for the two of them on the top table. Fantastic to have them here. Okay, that's it from me. The only details that you really need to know, which again are that the dinner takes place on the 8th of October at the Civic Centre in Newcastle, and tickets for that are available from 0191 2299 631. And for the game, you have to contact Newcastle Falcons, the website, or contact Newcastle Falcons direct. The tickets for that are £10 and £5. So, any questions from the floor, please put your hand up, and then we'll take the various questions. Go for it. Anybody got any questions?
Alan, nice easy one to start with. How much are you looking forward to pulling on a black and white shirt in the North East again?
Well, first and foremost, my name's not Run Geordie Run, so it wasn't when I was playing, so it won't be when in this game. But I'm looking forward. It'll be great getting together with all the guys again, and some familiar faces, and hopefully a good crowd will turn out for what will be what is a great cause.
What about the tag, the entertainers as well? It brings back memories for all Newcastle fans of a certain age, and you as well, no doubt.
Well, they were great years. I think without winning anything, we were everyone's second team, weren't we? So from that point of view, we were doing something right. Some of the football was great, and that was happening before I actually came here in 1996. So we had some great times. Some good football was played. Some unbelievable games. But it'll be great getting everyone together on the Saturday and the Sunday. Yeah.
Just finally for me, obviously your testimonial, your knee was playing out of it, and you didn't get to play too much. How's your fitness? Will you be able to take a fairly active part in this? Are you taking it relatively seriously?
Well, I think I'm in decent nick, but I wouldn't say I'm in great nick. But I do enough. I keep ticking over. But whether 90 minutes is I can do, I'm not quite sure, but I'll try.
I think that's where Mark comes in.
No pressure.
Any other questions? Any questions for Mark? as well. Obviously, kicking off the game as a fan, I think it's a big thing for somebody to do.
Have you recovered?
I've recovered apart from my feet. I'm seeing a podiatrist 4 times a week, so I'll be fit for the Great North Run in a few weeks' time. And what an honour it is to be asked to kick off this football match after 3,100 miles of toil and sweat and tears and a bit of blood as well. A reward for me personally, it's just fantastic. You know, I can't thank Steve enough. It's just going to be great for me personally. Looking forward to it.
I presume you can remember watching these guys play as well.
Absolutely, I've been going to match for 30 years now, so you know, and Alan Shearer, Bobby Robson, you know, those times have they really been bettered since? You know, so to be involved in something like that as a man in the street, which is all I am, as a supporter, it's just a wonderful, wonderful honour for me.
Do you feel confident in getting a full house?
You don't like to, you know, assume that you're going to get a full house. It's a lot of hard work, and it's, you know, it's not the Steve Wraith show. It's, you know, it's a collective effort. There's a committee here which has been established for the last 3 years, really, to try and get this game on the road. It's been a roller coaster ride. It's been a, you know, a lot of ups and downs. You know, sad in a lot of ways that it's not taking place at another ground in Newcastle. But you know, these things happen. You know, and Kingston Park's got fantastic facilities. It's a great arena. And I think one plus point which a lot of people are talking about is it's got standing, it's got terraces. There's 4,000 seats, but there's 6,000 places on the terraces. And for people like myself and Mark, you know, Newcastle supporters who've supported the club through thick and thin, a lot of it being thin, apart from when the Entertainers played, it's going to be a chance to roll back the years. It's a retro match in a lot of ways, you know, because we're watching some fantastic players who, you know, believe you me can still do it even a few years on. And you know, I'm expecting Newcastle United to come out on top in this game, and I think the fans have already got behind it. You know, the fans have got behind it. It's been welcomed with open arms, and I'm just pleased it's not Newcastle United's first win this season that we're looking for.
Steve, who have you got coming in from the Liverpool?
We're going to introduce the Liverpool team later this week. Roy Evans has obviously agreed to manage the Liverpool team, and Phil Thompson is coming in as his number 2. Phil Thompson's done a lot of work behind the scenes with us as well over the last 3 years. He came on board early with the when the idea was suggested, and said that he would provide the Liverpool players for us, which is great. So we'll be releasing that next Friday, the full list of Liverpool players. You know, it's got the tag as 4-3, the rematch, but you'll appreciate that, you know, in these times it is difficult to get all of the players. So it's a loose term 4-3, the rematch. The players that we'll have from Liverpool, there will be a fair few who did play in that game, but it's as we've gone for people who played for the Entertainers in a certain period of time, between 92 and 97. So the Liverpool squad will reflect that. I think the big thing for me is Kevin Keegan, you know, managing the team. You know, Kevin's got a lot of respect from everybody up here, and you know, I think a lot of people would like to, you know, say thank you and pay their respects to him on the day. And it's a fantastic opportunity, because it probably will be the last time, never say never, the time there's kids there who've heard the dads talk about it and, you know, talk about that era, and it's a chance to see those players just roll back the years, get their signatures, get their photographs with them, and most importantly, raise money for 5 big charities. And you know, that was a big thing about Alan agreeing to do the press conference today. You know, 3 of his charities that he supports are going to benefit from this game, and you know, we're on course to do that. Early ticket sales have been good, corporate sales have been good. We just need a final push now, you know, via the the Entertainers website, which again is theentertainersreunited.co.uk. Any more questions before we take the written media's questions and then the television? No? Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for coming to the press conference. We'll take the written media questions first, individual answers. Catherine can sort that out now, and then we'll do the television. Alan has to be away within the next 15 minutes, so if we can make it quite quick. And radio.
It was a special year in the final kind of came in at the end of it, really. It was great.
Yeah, I think I signed in 96, and they should have won the league before that, the year before that, really. But it was good football, but it was also a good laugh, if you know what I mean. And I think that's the way it should be, is that you should enjoy your football and you should play with a smile on your face, and I think that's what
A real feel-good factor around the top.
yeah, it was. I think everyone in the stadium was full week in, week out, irrespective of the was not winning. So I think the fans really enjoyed seeing. So I think that was great. Players tried hard to go and achieve something as well. It wasn't to be. I think it's another way of getting something. I think we give everyone an enjoyment. Now.
Just give me. Okay, just give yourself a bit of distance, Chris, on that. That's great.
He just wants a little bit more about the game, so
Just
is that okay?
put the tape next to there and
We've got more about what's
just to
going
get a
on
couple
in
more on the
Newcastle
game.
than
That's all. So, cheers, man.
Just a little bit for
Send
level.
you some Tino stuff later.
Just 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's
1, 2,
fine, yeah.
1, 2.
Okay, guys.
Okay, Alan, a chance to pull on the black and white shirt again in front of the home crowd.
It'll be different, it'll be good fun. It's all for a great cause and some very worthwhile charities, but it'll be great to get together with all the guys again. I haven't seen a lot of them for a while since I retired, so it'll be good to have a night out and a day together. What should be good fun, yeah.
I don't want to just single out one particular part of the team, but the forward line looks impressive, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think I've seen Les a few times, obviously, over the past 5 years or so since he retired, and he's still got a bit, slightly heavier, but he's still got a bit. It'll be great to team up with him again, and let's see what we can do.
Now, obviously, you and your job with Match of the Day, you covered Newcastle United's fortunes. What have you made of the transfer window and what happened there?
Well, I think I'm not surprised that they haven't brought as many in as maybe fans would have liked, but maybe because they've had a very good start to the season, that they've looked at it and they've thought there's no need to add to it. But the start of the season will give them great confidence, and hopefully that will stand them in good stead, and they can carry on and improve and finish in mid-table or above again.
Now, you wore the number 9 shirt with pride. Is it surprising you that it's vacant?
Yes, I think it's a fantastic shirt. I had 10 great years in wearing it. I'd love someone to have come in and took the number 9 and went on and scored some goals, but it wasn't to be. For whatever reason, I don't know. It hasn't got anything to do with me anymore. I'm a fan like the rest of the 52,000, and I hope they can have a great season.
As a fan, as somebody who pays to have a box there and watches them regularly, did you expect that big signing like yourself, a marquee signing, if you like?
I didn't expect it. No, I was hoping and wanted one, but I probably didn't expect it. But it wasn't to be. As I said, they've probably looked at the start of the season and they've thought the players have done a good enough job there, and they've now decided that those players can carry them forward. But I think in the Premier League, if you take call it probably the big 6 out and include Spurs in that, then there's very little difference between the rest of the teams, between 7th and bottom. So millimetres, if you like. So if Newcastle can continue their good form, we all know that they'll have iffy stages during the season, but if they can get through those and get some results, then I'm sure they'll be okay.
Do you think there's enough goals in the team, looking at the strikers that they've got?
When I look at other teams, yes. Certainly, I think they've got more than enough to be in mid-table. I don't see or I'm hoping there's not going to be a relegation battle. But when you look at the other teams around, then I would say, yeah, we can finish mid-table or above.
Just finally for me, that number 9 shirt, how difficult is it to fill?
Well, there's 2 ways of looking at it. One way you can call it a great honour and a privilege and be proud to wear it. On the other side, I suppose you could be scared of it because of what's gone on beforehand, and not just because of the goals that I scored, but because of the guys before me, the McDonalds and Ferdinands and Milburns and other players like that. But I would say it's a fantastic shirt, and it was a great privilege and an honour for me to wear it. It's a little bit sad that no one is in the number 9 shirt, but I don't know why not.
Cheers, pleasure as always.
Guys, that'd be great. Cheers.
Okay, Tino, back in Newcastle, you've got a good relationship with the people of Newcastle and now helping your friend's restaurant as well.
Sí, muy contento. Cada que vengo a Newcastle para mí es una satisfacción volver a esta ciudad donde pasé mis mejores tiempos y bueno, el restaurante está muy bien, es un restaurante colombo inglés con comida muy rica, así que lo espero a todos que vengan aquí a Escobar Restaurantes.
It's a great pleasure to be back in Newcastle. He gets a great satisfaction every time he comes home. He feels like being back home. It's a time where he spent the best part of his career in Newcastle, and he's enjoyed the food in the restaurant. It's a Colombo British restaurant, and he would recommend it to people to come to Escobar to eat.
And in next month, in October, you're going to line up in a Newcastle shirt again in a Legends football game.
Para mí es algo muy lindo, creo para todo el mundo, los que tuvieron la posibilidad de ver a todas estas leyendas del fútbol, todos estos jugadores, van a tener o los que no tuvieron la oportunidad de verlos, van a tener la oportunidad de verlos esta vez. No como en nuestra mejor época, pero sí va a ser un partido muy lindo y volver a recordar y ver a viejos amigos y al entrenador que tuve, así que va a ser muy emocionante para todos.
It will be a beautiful experience to be back wearing a black and white shirt. It'll be a great opportunity for people that maybe were too young to see them play now. It's a shame that they're not at the best of their careers right now, but it'll be a great feeling to see old friends and to be back under Kevin Keegan as a manager.
And what about Newcastle at the moment? How do you think that they're doing in the Premier League?
Apenas está comenzando la Premier League. Newcastle está bien, creo que es un equipo, a pesar de que vendió a su goleador, ha hecho un esfuerzo grande por tener buenos jugadores y mantenerse en esta categoría. Creo que Newcastle va a tener un buen campeonato este año.
It's too soon to say anything about Newcastle because the tournament has just started, but even though they've lost the top goal scorer, they're doing the best they can and they'll stay up and they'll do well this season.
Obviously, you know how much Newcastle fans love a goal scorer, don't they? They love a striker.
¿Cómo?
Que usted sabe cuánto la gente de Newcastle les gusta a los delanteros, la gente que hace goles.
Sí, seguramente les gusta mucho porque aquí tuve la oportunidad de jugar con los mejores, con Shearer, Ferdinand, que hacían una cantidad de goles impresionantes y yo les ayudaba por los laditos. Pero la gente les gusta mucho los delanteros, pero esperemos que con los que tiene, ahí está el hermano de Naomi que empezó muy bien, esperemos de que puedan meter muchos goles también los que quedaron.
So he's had an opportunity to play with some of the best top goal scorers that Newcastle had, such as Ferdinand and Shearer, and he tried to help them, but he wasn't good enough to keep up with them. But he hopes that maybe with the players they have, they'll be able to spot a talent to keep on scoring the goals.
Davide Santon joined Newcastle yesterday from Inter Milan. How hard is it to make that transition from playing in Italy to playing in England in the Premier League?
Para mí fue un cambio muy diferente porque el fútbol italiano era un fútbol más defensivo, era mucho más complicado ganar allá, la gente en Italia perdona menos que lo que perdonan acá, entonces para mí fue un cambio muy difícil al principio, como todos los cambios, aparte del idioma, pero después cuando ya me acostumbré al fútbol inglés, me pareció un fútbol muy lindo, equipos que salen a ganar y que la gente, a pesar de todo, siempre llenan los estadios y eso es lo más lindo de todo.
For him, the change from Italy to the Premier League was a big change because the Italian football was more like a defensive football, and it was harder to please the Italian crowds because they weren't as supportive as in here, whether you lost or won. So that was one of the beautiful things about the English game, that the fans will always be there to support you.
And just finally as well, I don't know if you know, in the Premier League, a lot of people have been missing penalties. You used to take penalties and score them regularly. Why do you think it's so difficult to take a penalty now?
Lo más difícil ahora para patear penaltis.
Sí, que porque en su época casi no se comían los penaltis y ahora porque están los jugadores comiéndose tanto penaltis que si algo ha cambiado.
Los penaltis siempre han sido difíciles. Lo que pasa es que en una época más atrás, inclusive más atrás de la que yo jugué, los arqueros, cuando eran penaltis, los arqueros pensaban que era casi imposible taparlo. Hoy en día los arqueros se entrenan para tapar penaltis y le han puesto mucho más complicado a los delanteros poder marcar gol, porque es una responsabilidad muy grande y el arco, cada vez que uno está ahí, el arco se le vuelve a uno muy chiquito, entonces es complicado ahorita marcar penaltis.
Says maybe before his time or when he played, the goalkeepers used to think that it was nearly impossible to save a penalty. Now the mentality of the keepers have changed and they're becoming more used to and they're training more towards penalty. And that's made the striker who has taken the penalty feel more responsibility. And he says when you're standing in front of the goal looks very small when you're about to take a penalty.
Perfect. Brilliant. Good stuff.
It's coming back. Let's go.
I'll wait till you get that
Good.
Steve. That gives us more to shoot as well.
Yeah, go on then if you want to.
Just go and see him if you want to get your photo taken. Get a picture.
Thank you, mate. Steve?
One more.
Thank you.
Just try, mate. Just wait. You'll come out of the way. You've got plenty of time. We're not in any rush. So. Just come out on one side, John.
Yeah.
Go on, mate. Get yourself in there. You're fine. Got the vision next.
All you do is look at the screen, right?
That might be quite nice. Steve. We'll get the chef in a minute. Wait for the screen.
One more, mate. One more.
Ay, Tino.
Vuélvelos, ¿vale?
That was crafty.
Pablo. Pablito.
Just take another couple. Take two. Guys, just go back.
Can you just go back in?
He's coming for you, maybe. That's it. Stay there.
Just keep snapping it. Just take a few. So you can get it. Okay.
One more. Do one more.
Take about 4 or 5. Just make sure you get it right. Go on. Get him man.
Very happy that you're going to do that for 5 minutes. No comment.
Va a meter 50,000 dólares en esta. Ya le hice las cuentas, van a quedar 2 millones de dólares.
One build up and putting him in the sun,
John, quite nice through there.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Or do you want to get that and do that a bit outside?
Yeah, I'll do that separate. Yeah, I'll do this.
Okay.
Yeah, outside. Thank you. Too handsome.
Adelante, hacer la cinta.